during the past 24, 25 years, there's been a huge evolution in the overall market of private equity as well as governance across the continent in Africa. As it relates to serving the underserved markets, our first fund, done when I was at HSBC Equator, the Africa Growth Fund, was the first fund in Africa, supported by OPIC. And it was a real groundbreaker for many. With support of Coca-Cola, a few others, we had some terrific successes when the market just didn't exist. Today, we focus on other markets that are often underserved. Having significant investments in Liberia, most recently a new investment in DRC, where we've invested in the oil palm plantations that were formerly Unilever's. We find that the industry has evolved considerably. Number one, considerably more players, considerably more capital. For us, the focus has always been the mid-sized companies and the mid-sized markets, where we feel that the generators of growth are the manufacturing markets, the agricultural markets, the financial services industries, and telecommunications, where we've had some terrific successes, and I think many in this room know of some terrific failures we've had over the past 25 years, which are part and parcel of the business, but we're still at the table. And I think that we are at a table now that is considerably different from where it was when we began. Number one, there's considerably more capital. Number two, the type of capital that we see at the table is considerably different. Three, we have no development finance capital under management. We have all private capital under management. Number four, we have capital from many different parts of the world that just didn't look at Africa before. And on the continent itself, we have an increasingly burgeoning capital market growing in a number of different ways. My partner, Ken Aforiata, who's here, who's the chairman of Data Bank in Ghana, has managed mutual fund on the continent, which has been hugely profitable over the past decade. Still, there are issues that we continue to deal with, and I think that we as an industry really need to continue to push increasing efforts in terms of the regulation of the capital markets, liquidity, and dealing with some of the things that stop our growth in terms of the judiciary, land tenure issues, and the commercial courts. But the change over these last 25 years has been dramatic. The opportunity still exists in many of these markets. And I can tell you, investing in Liberia 4 years ago, my brother looked at me and said, "Left of where?" We are pushing the envelope, but we've had some terrific returns, and we see some real opportunities in many of the emerging markets in Africa.
Doing business in Africa, you can't afford to be without Africa Investor.